As a son of a sub, I sailed into Roselli's on 10th for lunch. Hot Italian meatball, Philly cheesesteak done right. The ultimate subs, they hit every bite. As a son of a sub, Roselli's on 10th, come get you some lunch or dinner from the sea to the shore. Best darn sandwiches you'll ever adore. Roselli's on 10th, the ultimate sub, yeah boy.
The 1915 combines rich history with timeless charm. From intimate gatherings to full-day rentals, we provide the perfect backdrop for your most cherished moments. With indoor and outdoor options, bridal and groom suites, every detail is crafted just for you. Make your wedding unforgettable at the 1915, Wilkesboro's historic wedding venue, where your story begins.
Join us on a captivating journey as we explore the charm, history, and vibrant culture of Wilkes County. Discover the hidden gems, inspiring stories, and remarkable people that make Wilkes a place worth knowing and celebrating. Join us now as we experience the unique essence of life in Wilkes.
Well, Alan and Kay, we're back together again. And it doesn't seem like it's been that long, does it?
No, not long at all.
It really, time flies. Time flies in the edit bay.
It does as you get older, very much so.
Have you noticed?
Yeah, very much so.
So it's this amazing transformation of going from...
Especially going through some pictures over the last few days.
Really?
Wow.
So was it memory lane? Was it nostalgic? And was it also...
memory lane and sadness.
Sadness?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So all the pictures of 20, 30 years ago, I'm mostly the only one in them. Mm. So it's sad.
Yeah. Well, you were a little person then, right?
Yeah.
So little people get to be in lots of pictures. Wow. Well, let's pick up. I mean, we had... But Kay, there was one thing that I don't think we talked enough about, and I wanted to give a moment to do that, and that was your mother, right? So tell me about some of those memories from her and things, what she did in life, and there were a few things that I thought was really interesting of when she started with the Igloo.
She was not only my mother, she was my best friend.
Wow.
We connected really good. But anyway, Mama never held a public job as I was growing up. She was a homemaker, and she was one of these people who loved to cook, which I love to cook too. Mm-hmm. But we had this station wagon, and she would load up the back end of the station wagon and come to the school. I went to C.C. Wright, and throw up the back end of the station wagon. We'd be out on the playground. We'd have a picnic. Mama made cupcakes, cookies, and to this day I have people I went to school with talking about Mama and her station wagon bringing food to the school.
How often did she do that?
Well, she was the president or secretary, I think, of the PTA back then, and maybe once ever in the summertime when it's warm weather, maybe once a month, something like that.
But it was enough that people remembered.
Yeah, Kool-Aid. She always brought gallons of Kool-Aid. We'd have grape Kool-Aid and cupcakes that she'd make. But she just never, she sold the insurance at one time. I can remember that because I had to go to a neighbor's house to stay during the day. While I was probably about 8, 9 years old. But anyway, she did that for about 3 months, and she was out in the county and had to go back in the woods, as you call it, back around the county here, back in it'd be in the 60s is when that was going on. And she got stuck, and Daddy had to go get her, and he said no more. So she never sold insurance no more. But she was amazing.
Yeah, good
So-
memories there, right?
But she helped Daddy around the farm. We all helped as I was growing up. My brother, he was 6 years older than me, and my baby brother, my Bob, he was 18 when Mike was born. But anyway, we would get out and help pick up eggs, and Mama fed people that worked for Daddy. I said that breakfast, you wouldn't know who'd be sitting at the table when you got up because Daddy would bring them in. They'd eat breakfast, they'd eat lunch with us, and we all got out and helped pick up eggs, feed the chickens, water the chickens.
You did what you needed to do.
Everything was by hand then. You didn't
Right.
have all this machinery.
So
and
it took
case eggs, we had to
case eggs. What is that?
you had to separate the hatching eggs
Okay.
and the ones that are smaller and all, they call them the culls. You had to put them to the side, and we had these little scales that if you didn't think it was the right size egg, you had to weigh it, but you had to case them for hatching eggs.
So you'd had the hatching eggs. Did you sell eggs just for eating too?
We sold eggs for eating. A lot of the neighbors came, and my mother, I forgot about that. She kept a milk cow all the time.
Uh-huh.
She made milk, butter, buttermilk. I can see her now sitting in the kitchen churning.
Doing a churn, right.
Yes, best butter ever.
You know, it's interesting as I listen to that story about your mother and all the things that she did. Those were very long hours.
Yes.
And it's strange because sometimes that term will be, well, you know, she didn't work. She
Right.
didn't, but she probably
worked.
worked a lot more than someone on a public
my mother
job.
worked.
Oh, yeah.
She sewed. She made all my clothes as I was growing up. I had a new outfit every Friday to wear to school.
Every Friday?
Every Friday, almost every Friday, she'd have me
Wow.
something new to wear.
Was that a point of pride for you?
That was pride for me. That was really pride.
Sure. Because not all the kids have that.
No, my mother could make anything. I can remember in home ec, I went in with a suit on, a skirt and a jacket. They made me, the home ec teacher, they made me take my clothes off so they could turn the inside out of the clothes to see how Mama had fixed the seams
Well,
of
just
it.
so we're clear, you went into another room to change.
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, they were all girls back then.
Oh.
But anyway, they had to check
Right. And
how
see
Mama
how it was
had-
made.
How it was made.
Because it was made so well, it
So
looked
well.
so good. You're like, well, how'd she do that?
Yeah. But my aunt, she was older than my mother. Mama came from 9 siblings.
Wow.
There were 9 of them. And they farmed, they raised hogs, chickens. They did everything by hand. But she sewed just like my mama. They
Wow.
were real good seamstress, which my mother did sew and sell, make for people and sell or
Okay, so that was
charge for it.
That was a home business
Yes,
as well.
uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
But not true that she didn't work, because she definitely did work.
Oh, she worked. Yeah, she made liver mush. We killed our own hogs, and she made the liver mush. My papa on my daddy's side, Papa Pete, he had bees,
Uh-huh.
and she would go help him with the bees.
So she done everything.
She done everything.
And you got some of the honey from the bees, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Wow, what a
So,
great thing.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad I forgot to do that the first time we picked up, because just hearing that richness of that story
Uh-huh.
and just that idea of how hard your mother worked.
She
And-
was a worker.
And some would say, well, she didn't have a job, but she had the best job of all.
Oh, yeah.
And don't you think it was that way with a lot of women? I know, as I've studied, our world wars and, over our many years, it's got us to where we are now, and where men would go off to battle and serve, and women would do those jobs, even in factories. And I was reading one account of that, and it was interesting because it said the women were doing the jobs better than the men did, and that was a bit of controversy there for the guys coming back home. So great memories on that side. Well, let's get us up to where we are now from the standpoint of, Alan, you work. We talked before about you working as a little boy all the way up to where you are now. Well, we haven't got that far yet, but you were not working a few hours. You were working a lot of hours at Harold's.
Oh, yeah.
And let's start talking about that for a bit and what your interaction was with your dad. Let's pick it up from there, and then we'll bounce back and forth and talk about the current day life with the Igloo and just some of those people that you've seen come and go over the years.
So in 93 is when Daddy purchased Harold's. So at that time, you had Mama at the Igloo, my dad at Harold's, and grandmother at the other Igloo number 2. So Mama actually had car tags. Hers still says Igloo, and Grandma had Igloo number 2, and then Dad's Harold's restaurant. So in 93 or so, Dad would come pick me up from school, and I'd go to work. So you had a work release program. I got out of school at 11 or 12, whatever, depending on the lunch time. So he'd bring me to work, and I'd go to work. So as 13, 14-year-old, I started grinding slaw or washing dishes or anything.
So you were learning new things to do.
Oh, yeah. At 13, 14-year-old, I'm going to do something.
Right.
If it's sweeping, mopping, bathrooms, whatever, I'm going to do something at the restaurant.
Were those all new tasks for you, or had you already been doing some of those?
No, I'm learning the tasks at 13, 14-year-old.
Okay.
I mean, I've done tasks earlier in life, but this is learning how to do things the restaurant way. So I just kind of growed up inside the restaurant.
Now, had your dad, was he saying to you, son, you need to learn this right because one day this will be yours?
Well, no.
That never.
We hadn't even discussed that stuff yet.
Okay.
So it's do this, do that, whatever with Dad. But, we have arguments, and then...
What would you argue about?
Oh, anything you could think of. Don't you think, Mama?
Like what?
Anything.
So it happened so often that's just the conversation.
It was normal, yeah. But me and my dad, we was very, very close. Okay. So even we would cut out to go get a haircut. So my daddy drives aggressively, and I drive aggressively.
Right.
So we're fussing each other each time the other one's driving.
Going to get your haircut.
Yeah. So eventually we're like, you just be quiet when I drive, and I'll be quiet while you drive.
Now, who said that first?
Me probably, or Dad. I mean,
but I'm just wondering how that went over the first time. Like, well, wait a minute. What are you telling me?
So it got to where we're going so much faster down old 60 to see who could get there the fastest, basically.
Right. So you're in two different cars?
No, we're in the same car.
Oh, okay.
And it was usually my car.
Yeah. This is a challenge, basically, at this point, going to get a haircut.
Right.
Who can make it the fastest?
Right.
Because we're both very aggressive drivers.
Right.
But Daddy, I remember one time coming home, he run off the road and it rained and the car sunk. And I'm over there laughing, and he's like, and he's laughing just as hard as me, and we're about to wreck the car. But we had such wonderful, wonderful memories with my father. We was together at all times. Basically, he taught me how to respect and love.
Wow. Where'd you get your hair cut?
Claude Love in Roaring River.
Okay.
Little barbershop.
Yeah.
So we went to Claude for years.
Something special about that.
Oh, yeah. Very special.
Yeah, they would go and stay gone 3 hours at a time and leave me on the grill while it was gone.
In the early years. And then...
yeah, that was when I was young. I can't do it now.
Okay, I'm sure you know that women are not the bigger of the gossips among the sexes. At the barbershop, everything's
Daddy
shared.
loved to talk. So he would go out front and talk to the customers all the time. So Actually, we had cooks at that time that come along with the restaurant. Basically, when Dad purchased it, the employees, majority of them stayed for a while.
So they worked for the other Harold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we moved our way in. Actually, the first cook that I kind of learned from was basically my brother's best friend, Mickey Foster. He was working there at the time, and there was a few ladies working there, and I just started learning how to cook slowly. And then when I graduated high school, then it become full-time. And even through high school, I never attended a football game because I'm always at work on Friday night. So during high school...
You're running the concession stand.
Yeah, basically full-time Harold's.
Right.
I probably worked 50 hours a week during high school because we was open on Saturday. So at least 40 to 50 hours up until after high school. Then after high school, you go up to at least around 60 hours a week, 98, 99 in there. So that's when I started making chili at the Harold's. So the chili was made at my grandmother's house as a child. Then the chili was made at our house as...
Because this is a very controlled secret, right?
Yeah.
The chili,
Yeah.
the recipe.
Oh, the chili is, I do 500 pounds a week now.
Of chili?
Of chili between both places.
Oh, so that takes care of
both
Harold's
places.
and the Igloo.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a lot of chili.
See, at one time we were doing 3 restaurants. We had
So grandmother...
Miller's Creek, Wilkesboro, and Harold's.
At 98, Grandma would come by Harold's and pick up her chili. Mama would come by and pick up her chili. So it was a lot of chili.
So you're doing 500 pounds now.
500 pounds. But back then it wasn't that much.
No,
Okay.
No, we was only going through, 200?
200-300.
Yeah, I was making it 3 times a week. But
Now people order chili fries, chili cheese fries.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't sell chili cheese fries years ago.
That was
chili
Now-
cheese tots, chili cheese curly fries, anything to do with chili. Double cheeseburgers with chili.
Yeah.
Oh.
Carolina burgers, what we call it.
Oh, sure. So if you got a hamburger, a Carolina burger, and you're putting chili on it. So what do you do? Like 2-3 ounces of chili?
I just guess at it.
But it's
And a lot of people want extra chili.
Oh, yeah.
extra chili. You
We have a lot of orders, extra chili.
Extra,
And so I
extra
put my
chili.
burgers in a box, and this is probably 20 years ago. Somebody called me back and said, "That's too sloppy to eat." And I was like, "It's in a box with a fork. That's how it is." I was like, "I'm sorry. That's how it's going to be next time. If you want a burger like a hot dog, it's going to be sloppy.
Right.
There's no way around it."
Well, that's where all the flavors are, right?
Yeah.
Because at that time, with it being so moist, and you've got the coleslaw, and then you've got the moisture, the grease, and all that. Wow, I'm sure that's what a lot of people talk about and saying that's why they love it so
The
much.
cheeseburger like a hot dog is very good.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's better than a hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
What do you sell the most of?
hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Probably around 40 to 50 cases of footlongs between the both of us every 2 weeks, and around 20 cases of hot dogs. So the footlongs your number one seller. So I'll go through around average 20 packs of footlong buns a day. And you probably average 25. She does more of that product.
So you've got the foot long, then you've got the half foot longs.
Yeah, the hot dog.
Okay, all right. So
In
it's
my
about half,
opinion,
right?
I would rather have a hot dog because the hot dog has a little more flavor to me. It's a little bigger.
Right. Well, the hot dog
wiener.
itself.
Yeah, the hot
Okay,
dog, the
right,
little
right.
hot dog. So
Right.
I'd want a 6-inch hot dog instead of getting the foot long, in
Right.
my opinion.
Well, you're there all the day, you know.
Oh yeah,
You
and I
can't-
couldn't eat a foot long at one
You,
sitting
you
anyway.
couldn't be eating 4 foot long hot dogs.
No.
Oh my goodness. So let's talk about some of the people that come, because I've heard so many stories about people going to the Igloo and people going to Harold's. I have family members that I've heard, for years I've heard these stories. So before you took over, talk about some of those characters, if you will, that would show up that you remember so well.
So there's many different characters you'd say, but the people in Wilkes County. So I'm in Broadway community.
Okay. Yeah.
So Broadway is a very unique place. It's special. So you have right beside on me Broadway Fire Department, the best community they ever existed, I believe.
Right.
So you have a diversity of people, and it's just wonderful. The people coming in are wonderful. I learned their names over the years, and going back through the pictures, talking about the people in it. I'm the last one there. It's because all these people over the last 30 years have passed away and went on. I'm talking 40 to 50% of these photos I'm going through, all these people, and it just breaks my heart because there's so many wonderful people that I've met over the years inside the community. And that's the reason I still love the restaurant business. And do you agree with that?
Yeah.
It's the people.
Yeah.
And it makes up the whole world.
And you have some that,
Yeah.
can be rude, but
You can have some.
I still love them, though.
Exactly.
Everybody have a bad day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still show people
we
love.
all have bad days.
And that's the thing. So I try not to get angry, and I do for the most part. Sometimes you have to in the restaurant business, and
What makes you uncontrollably angry?
when you push it to the limits. And I've had a few push me to my limits, and I've asked them, just please don't ever come back. And it takes about 6 months, and they're back, and
And
they're usually better.
They're back on probation, right?
Well, they know that they done wrong, basically. So, and then they act better then. And you just treat them just the same. And
Sure.
I treat everybody the same, or try to, and try to be nice to anybody and everybody. And that's the way I am.
Being kind, there's something incredibly special about being a kind person. It's one thing to be nice, that's one thing. But to be a kind person, that's entirely different, because that's what you're describing. You're
Exactly.
describing you love this thing that you do, not for the countless hours that you work, but because of the people and tradition. Is that part of it too? The tradition, the heritage,
and the people, and I want people to feel special when they walk in there, and that's
why you say hi.
That's why I say hi.
Right.
And I mean, you go to biblical, you go to Paul, and Paul writing to the Church of Corinth or whatever, and it's unity, and that what makes the world, and that's why it's on the front of my menu. It says unity, and unity is the world. And without that, if people can't work together and love each other, we won't have nothing left.
Yeah.
It's not guns. It's unity and loving
And everybody's
your neighbor.
and people are different, right? So you put everybody in that bucket, and you never know what making somebody have a bad day.
No, and you love them either way. Even if somebody comes at you angry, you try your best to be nice back, and all you can do is do better each day.
I would imagine that if they're really tore up and just out of sorts, some of that banana pudding might
I would make them a little better.
okay, Bob, come over here and sit down. Let's have some pudding.
Yeah, but you're talking about different characters.
Yeah.
There was a guy. This is back at least 30 years ago. We called him Joe Florida, but he lived in apartments next door, and he went to Florida once a year to pick oranges, but he's passed away, of course, now. But I can remember him coming in when you said different characters, but he would take his teeth out and sit them on the sink. That's why I'm thinking different characters.
You don't want to break them.
No, but Joe, he was a nice man. And there's so many different people. We called one guy the parrot guy, but he would bring a parrot in the restaurant on his shoulder.
Was back when we first bought the
This
restaurant.
is 25 years ago at least too. And it's a little parrot on his shoulder. And he's a wonderful guy, but I'm like, you got a bird on your shoulder sitting at the bar.
We finally, had to ask
Yeah,
him
like-
not to bring it in.
Yeah, because he would
yes, help.
Yeah.
rules.
like feeding it bread on his shoulder, and I'm like, not the place, really.
Probably an emotional support parrot.
It probably now that is nowadays.
But if you think about someone who's walking around in public with a parrot on his shoulder, I would imagine that's helping mentally somehow. Or
This guy was a wonderful man.
It's something.
But he just like, well, that's different.
Yeah. No snake people.
I've had a few snakes they bring in.
Oh my.
Many of animals, dogs, or they're hiding them usually.
The one lady came in with one in her pocketbook.
Yeah.
And, didn't have no idea she had a dog. And all of a sudden I look around and the dog's head comes up out of the pocketbook.
And now if you get a really trained animal, a service animal, so they will walk in and you don't even know they're there unless you glance and see them. They'll go under your booth or whatever.
Right.
If they're really a service animal.
Taking care of their
They're
person.
trained, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But unique characters over the year, like I've dealt with hundreds every single day
Yes.
of my life.
Well,
And they get some every single day, honestly, and still deal with it.
are you better because of that?
Yes.
You think
Mentally,
so?
yeah.
Are you better because of all these different personalities and people and watching them grow older too?
Yeah, you learn, you learn what the problem is. I mean, there's some that you cannot satisfy.
Right.
I mean,
And I do mess up
and
every day.
yeah, all of us mess up, but you apologize, but they don't accept that.
But isn't that a personality trait that some people just have?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Nothing's ever right.
if they go home, their people are dealing
They're
with that
angry.
too. Yeah.
And I try to encourage people to be happy. And that's what I want to put out my vibe. And that's my father. And
Yeah.
So he was the same.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did he teach you that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He taught me at a young age, and mother, too. I mean, my mother's the best woman in the world by far.
Yeah, I'm sitting here beside her. You better say that.
Mama's the boss. But
Well, let me ask you something. Is that because of what they said and the instructions, or was it just because the way they were and the way they made
it's
you
the way
feel?
they taught me. My parents. Oh yeah. So you go to church. I mean, you work, and you respect. That's some of the main.
That's the way I was brought up, to respect people, and I do respect. I respect my elders, and I really respect them now that I've got older.
I think you're in that category.
Okay.
I told her that.
Chili for you.
I told her if she wasn't good to me, she'd be playing bingo.
I have two fine boys. Marty, the oldest one, and he's my baby.
Yeah.
So
Marty lucked up. Marty's 6 years older. So my brother works for NCDOT.
Okay.
He was out of the house, or on his job way before the restaurant of Harold's. So he was already starting his career in a different path.
Does he ever tease you about that? Said, I only work 50 hours a week, Alan.
No, more like 30 hours a week.
Remember, he's NCDOT.
Okay. All right. Okay. There you go.
And everybody loves to joke about that. But no, he's worked his way up, and he's a supervisor, I guess, now.
Yeah. He just don't have a pocket on his shirt like the ones out in the field. No. The joke about that, they have a pocket on their shirt so they can stick the shovel handle in the
their pockets upside down.
Yeah, the pocket's upside down.
But he'll be able to retire in a few years. But he works for NCDOT.
Is he gonna, when he retires, is he gonna help you out at the restaurant?
Oh no, that's not.
No, that's not his cup of tea.
No, that's not his category.
So let's talk about the restaurant business that you have and the lifestyle that it has afforded your family and now the multiple generations. And while it's a lot of hard work, but it seems like it might be fading as far as, the large population of family restaurants. We just don't see as many of those.
It's so hard for someone to be able to have a family restaurant now. Your box chains can keep their stuff cheaper. They can have their employees basically cheaper. It's very hard. I don't know how you would survive really if you just started one up now. So if somebody comes to me, and this happens a lot, so 4 or 5 times a year, people come to me and ask, should I open a restaurant? Very rarely do I tell them yes, because the failure rate is really high. So you either need some kind of upbringing in it, or you just get lucky a lot, I guess, in your location and stuff. But you better be ready to work every day. Put your family to the side, because you will not see them unless they come see you. But we worked together because we was always together. And then I got married. So my wife, until the last few years, bless her heart, she never seen me. But she'd come through the restaurant.
And say hi.
Well, no,
Pick up a hot
she
dog?
worked there.
Oh, she would work
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Okay.
So most of your relationships basically are from the restaurant area, because that's the only place I was at. My wife, though.
Did you meet her in the restaurant?
Yes.
She was a customer?
So no,
No?
I'll tell you the story. So my friend Doug Williams, his father just passed away this week. Best family ever. But Doug and another friend Philip, it was my first football game I think I'd been to, and I was around 22 at the time. And this is after school. So we had closed the restaurant. It was a Friday night, and it was Halloween. So Doug and Philip and them, they come to the house, and we put camouflage on. And Philip was with us, was a friend, and Doug. So we were at the ball game, and I was like, who's that girl over there? And he said, that's so-and-so. And I was like, no, the other one. And he said, her name's Jessica. And it wasn't 2 weeks later. Says she was 16 at the time. She's 6 years younger than me. She come by the restaurant and asked for a job. And I'm like, Daddy? Yeah. So Daddy hired her as a dishwasher.
Right.
So, we didn't eventually it took a while, but eventually we got married and we have 2 children. But that's a lot of relationships have started from Harold's.
So, did you fall in love at the ball game when you just saw her, or was it when she was washing dishes?
I fell in love with her while she was washing dishes, of course. I was like, can you come to my house and do that?
And of all places.
And she worked for Mama at the Igloo at that. And
she worked for me some too, but of all places that he asked her to marry her, it was in the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. I was like, this is where I met you.
He proposed to her
at counter 1. So I proposed to my wife at counter 1.
What, did you come out from behind the counter?
Yeah.
Get on your
Yeah.
knee?
Some a guy is actually Robert Johnson. He was sitting in there, the Mayor Robert, and he's like, when you ever gonna marry her? And I had a ring, and I was like, I'll do it right now. So that's
Did she know it was coming? Was she suspicious?
No, she had no clue.
How old was she at that time?
She was probably 19, 20.
Okay,
I think
so
she was
she'd
21.
been around the restaurant for a while, and
I
got used
think
to
I
each
was
other.
28 when I got married. Yeah, we've been married 18 years, I think, this time.
Did Robert officiate the wedding? Right there on the spot. You've grown up as a married person in the restaurant business, still working.
Oh, yeah.
Long hours. Has it balanced out a little bit?
It's balanced
for you?
out now. So after COVID, during this time, I had my father, at home, and he come work. Now, Dad, he never really cooked a lot. So He would help me with chili. He done country style steak. He done like my New Year's
Prepping.
meal. Yeah. So New Year's meal, the last time I done it, it was 24 gallons of cabbage, 26 gallons of peas, 22 gallons of turnip greens, 6 pans of cornbread, 180 pounds of hog jowls, and 280 pork chops, I think I done that day. That's one day.
That
New
was this
Year's.
past year?
No.
that
I stopped
was-
doing it at COVID. It just
Okay.
got so complex, I couldn't get the
Right.
food out. And I just stopped doing the New Year's. And you can't get the hog jowls no more. You never did find no crackling this year. She was trying to cook us some at home.
That's amazing
So-
memory, so
yeah.
that you remember the volumes. Has your
yeah.
mind always worked that
Oh,
way?
yes. I think a volume.
Okay.
That's how my mind works.
So I probably had a New Year's meal from from there, because you had that cornbread. You got
I got the crackling or the regular.
and then you have the crackling cornbread.
So the crackling cornbread, the last ones I found was the Junior Johnson brand. Those were good. The crackling, what makes
Which was more popular?
on New Year's Day, crackling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd go through 3 or 4 pans of it, and probably 2 pans of the regular cornbread.
Wow.
Mm.
How many people over the years do you think Harold's has served New Year's meal for?
Oh, on New Year's Day,
It was unreal.
just 400 or 500 on that day, probably.
A lot of go orders. Too. It was
But I
unreal.
serve now somewhere between 300 and 500 a day in that area. Because,
Currently?
Yeah, currently.
Uh,
And probably more towards the 500. And the reason I know is because of the count of cups.
Right.
That's how I figure out how many
How
comes
many-
through.
How many cups are gone?
But honestly, now our to-go business is probably 60 to 70% of your business.
After COVID, everybody just seemed to get the orders to
To
go.
go.
But,
Even though it's been, 5 years?
but
So-
is that okay?
Yeah, it's
Because
fine.
it leaves
It's harder, but no,
the to go is
it's harder to get the product out, and that's what a lot of restaurants struggle at, trying to get. You got to go from one way to the other way.
managing that process.
It's very hard,
Yes.
and I'm just a different cut, you would say.
Yes. So you've watched all of this. You've watched him grow up. You've watched
Oh, yeah.
this evolution. So what do you think about where he is now and where he came from?
It's amazing. You just have to come and stand back there and watch him throw the food out. It only takes one, and that's him, that can get the food out like he does.
Yeah,
He has-
Mama
he has a
calls me
helper.
and tells me, "Oh yeah, if without Melissa, and she's my helper, or my wife, she worked with me for a while, so she works for Lowe's now. Mama, the early days, it's Mama, and I'm very aggressive, and I can get angry at times if I'm
Now,
not.
if you don't,
It's got to be perfect.
if you don't run as fast as he wants you to, and I
she,
can't run like
she
that.
can't do it no more, and I
I've
shouldn't.
had both knees done.
Yeah.
So
But poor Melissa, she's a wonderful woman.
Excellent.
She puts up with me, and we get along very well. She's probably worked there, almost 10 years now, I guess.
I have to say I've got 2 employees. One of them's been there as long as I have, because she started out working for my mother.
Really?
Yes.
So
Murray
a long
Jane
time.
Johnson. Yeah. She's been there since Mama opened the doors. She did quit for a little while, and she thought she wanted. She got burnt out, and she thought she wanted to do like an office job, and her kids were in college at the time, and she stayed out probably 3 years, and she came back, and she's still with me. And Cindy, when Dillard, when we built Wilkesboro Igloo, she started out helping Mama there, and then she moved up to my place or to Miller's Creek when we sold out Wilkesboro, and that was like in 2000. But my mother got sick, and I had to take care of hers while we had to sell it. I couldn't keep up with 3 and taking
No,
care
it
with
was
Mama because
too
I
hard.
had to stay with her a lot of the night and all. But I've been blessed over the years. I've had. I'd say the biggest problem this day and time is the help. You cannot get help. Back when Mama started, they had a work program at high school, and the teenagers wanted to work then. They don't want to work this day and time. You got some that will,
Sure.
but
It's just tough.
it's tough.
The struggle's real now.
Yeah.
And the prices, like
Yeah.
produce this week, a case of tomatoes was $70. So your prices can.
And people
Up and
don't
down.
understand the way prices go up, and we don't go up on our price.
So you're stuck.
We're losing our profit.
But you're doing that just to keep your customers.
Oh, to make them happy.
Keep them happy.
It's not that we're making lots and lots of money. We're
a lot
trying
of my
to keep
products I don't
Right.
even make money on. So like stew beef, for example. The stew beef cost me $168 last week. For
that's just
20
for 20
pounds.
pounds.
So that's two
Wow.
little pots. Yeah, so I lose money on it. When we first started, I remember Daddy fussing because it went up to $40 for the same product. Hamburger meat, you can fluctuate 25-30% in a week. It's like gas prices, you know. So
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean,
It's
calculating
just
your
like our hot dogs. Back years ago, it's like $12 a case. Now they're $40
eventually
a case.
for a restaurant to make it. So this is how they'll do it. In 10 years from now, you'll have a digital menu, and basically those prices will go up and down overnight.
Fluctuate.
Overnight. So you could go in one day and it'd be one price, and go in the next day it'd be another price.
because it's it'll be tied to the cost of the ingredients.
And that's how your larger chains make it. So most of them evaluate their menus at least every 2 quarters, but usually every 3 months or so, each quarter, and change prices.
So looking at how things are now, where the evolution you see the industry going to, and even with all the hard work that you had when you got started and when you were younger, when you compare now and then, where were you the happiest?
I'm the happiest right now. I'm happy as I was 30 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm always happy. I try to be anyway.
that's good. Same.
I try to be better than I was the day before in my life.
I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm like to have some of my family back.
And that's what I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier in the
Yeah.
pictures. So I was thinking on mom's side of the family,
I'm
she's the
one.
last one.
I'm the last
my-
one left.
Dad's side of the family, and this is immediate family, uncles, aunts, or I have my Aunt Kathy. So everybody's gone.
Over the years, and in the restaurant business, you have to give up a lot of family time to keep a business going, and people don't understand that. I mean, there's times that I would have liked to went places that I didn't get to go because I was at work, and I feel my employees. I might close a lot more now than I used to, but when Easter comes, Christmas comes, Thanksgiving,
It's good to spend time with your
It's-
family.
I give them a few more days off because it's family time. It's family time.
and that's
and-
important.
That's important. As we grew up, you had to work, but we always had Sundays. We spent time together. We didn't work on Sundays. This day and time, everything's going on Sundays. I mean,
That's what I was riding around as Easter, the other day, and I just rode around. I was like, good for Lowe's Hardware.
yeah.
It's closed, had everything locked
Right.
down. I mean, that's one of the
It's family
that is the
time.
most specialist day in the world, or day in the year, Easter. And I'm like, good for you, Lowe's Hardware.
Taking time to step away from things that we think we have to do, and we don't have
No.
to,
No, we used to think we had to be open on Sunday, and we don't. And Dad, 25, 30 years ago, so you have your alcohol salesman trying to put alcohol in the restaurant, and Daddy's like, what do you think? And we're sitting there together, and I'm like, I don't want it. He's like, me neither. So he's like, shake my hand. I was like, never. We'll go home and starve to death before we put alcohol in our restaurants. And then we shook on that. So
Can you imagine if you were serving alcohol at Harold's and the Igloo and how
Yeah.
many fights would cut?
Exactly.
Your hot dog's bigger than mine. You got more chili than me.
and that just, causes more problems. And that's the start of it.
Yeah.
And what you do at your house, that's fine, but I want you to be in a family atmosphere. And I want you to feel like you're loved when you walk in the door. And that's my goal at Harold's Restaurant.
It's your life.
That's
It's your
my life.
lifestyle, it seems like.
And I love everybody that walks in there, even if they're. A lot of times I found people are like, this is a bad person. But honestly, most likely, they're not.
No.
If you talk to people and you treat them with respect, 9 times out of 10, you will get respect back, no matter who they are.
Yeah.
And
I drink coffee out of a lot of mugs. This one says, good times get better, and on the inside, read what it says.
when shared with a friend like you. Exactly.
Right.
And that's what I want you to feel when you walk inside the door.
Yeah.
And I love my job. I love the people. And now we have road construction coming. So our future is uncertain, but it's a day by day.
So Harold's could a widening, would it be a widening at your?
Yeah, they're
okay.
widening the road.
Right. Right.
It could. The
Or they would
construction-
just be a lot closer to the front door.
It might be. It could be that way.
You're
in
gonna
the
have a
end.
really rapid drive-through.
Yeah.
The problem is they ain't gonna have much parking. That's
No,
gonna be the big
it's
problem.
going to be really tight. And the construction part is what will be the bad part. And if I make it through, I do. If I don't,
Yeah.
I don't.
When you look at your industry now, and for both your generations, and you look at friends that you've made in the industry, other people that have restaurants, and people that have started and then come and gone, what are some of those memories for you, Kay?
There's very few left. That's
Well,
been.
So they're all
The
gone?
older generation.
I don't know if are they any restaurants as old, but as the Igloo inside of Wilkes County that's had the same Don's. I think so. Are there any other that's 50 years old?
Glenn's, but it had a.
It's changed
changeover.
hands. I don't know if there are any, and I'm probably second at 30-some years old to make it that long, with one generation or one family.
So I suppose that question gave us a broad answer, that this way of family restaurants, this way of
It's
being.
a team. It's a team effort. So
Yeah.
without Mama, I can't run the Igloo. Or without me,
I can't run the Harold's. I
no.
mean,
It's a team effort.
So there are just not that many people doing that now.
no.
So it's
It's
worth
not-
celebrating.
Oh, yeah, it
It's
is
worth
worth.
celebrating. I mean, wow. Anything else you got on your heart you want to say?
I'm very thankful for my mother and father and the years in the restaurant industry. You met so many people, salesmen. I just went to a food show with one of my salesmen, 30-some years. Another salesman, for 20 years, he's been retired 10 years. He come by and see me, I told you last week. Mark Lucky was the one, 30 years, U.S. Foods. He was at PYE. Ray Gregg
Ray
was a
Gregg and
special
then Mark
salesman.
Lucky took
Yeah.
the place, and that's the only two salesmen basically I've had.
And Leon Bowman was at Orel Food Service, and he was my salesman for 20 years. But we have so many wonderful salesmen, so many.
And we're friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I
all of 'em.
consider him a friend instead of a
A vendor.
yes.
And Dad, and he was a bread man for 17 years at Kearns. So as a child, bread truck, and we have. Or I have bread men I actually went to school with. His name's Gary Teague and Christina. Awesome. So you become friends with all these individuals.
You're growing
and
up with everybody,
oh,
right?
Yeah. So he's probably been my bread man, 10 years now,
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah.
And Christina. You just have so many salesmen, employees. You couldn't be more blessed. So we've probably together have had, would you say, well over 200 employees? You want to say 300?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
A lot over the years.
a
Yeah.
lot of employees over
But
the years. And wonderful people.
You do have some of them that's very dedicated that stick with you as long as they have.
Yeah, I have two waitresses, probably
Yeah.
15 years apiece. And actually, I walked one of them down the aisle. It was very special. A young girl.
Her daddy had passed away, and
She's like, so.
Well,
I'm
sounds
walking
like
down the
family
aisle.
is definitely
Oh,
an
yes.
important
It's
part.
family.
getting
the-
back to Harold. Harold started having heart problems. In,
About my age, around
2011.
He's 45, 50-year-old.
Mm-hmm. But he had to have an LVAD. He started out with the
He had a defibrillator.
a defibrillator, and then he had to get the LVAD. That was what was keeping him alive until he got his heart. And he had the heart for 3 years.
So he had a heart transplant.
Yeah,
He had a heart transplant. Had it for 3 years, and then his kidneys failed him. But
So his last really 5 years of life was pretty
yeah,
bad. But honestly, last 10 years, he was struggling with the heart. And he's been gone 10 years now.
Doesn't seem like that long, does it?
No, it's like a dream.
yeah.
10 years.
Well, this episode we'll dedicate to his memory. Thank you both. Thank you,
Thank
Kay.
you.
Thank you for sharing a big piece of your life. Oh my gosh, and lots of hot dogs.
Lots of hot dogs.
Alan,
Lots
thank
and
you.
lots.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. This has been great. I look forward to how many ever more years you are
The Lord has blessed me with 33, Mama with 50. So
50, 60. Oh,
Yeah.
you shooting for 100? Combo.
yeah, combo.
Your wife may not like that.
No. She gets to see me more now than before since I started closing on Saturday and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's a good thing.
Well, great. Well, I thank you for bringing this dandy mug. Look at that, everybody. Everybody can't have one of these, can they?
No.
No.
No, our employees got that for Christmas.
Yeah, that was a Christmas gift.
You didn't take this from one of them to bring it to me, did you?
No, we had a few extra left.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, you're going to go on our collector's shelf for Wilkes County important history. And I don't know what could be more important than food, because it brings us together to celebrate life.
Mm-hmm. And that's the people, the employees. I mean, I'm more than thankful for each and every employee that ever stepped foot in that door. I mean, I couldn't be more humble
It's a good
about
thing.
it. And each and every
know,
customer inside this county, and each and every person inside this county. I mean, I love my county, Wilkes County.
It's going through the old pictures. Harold, as we said, he loved to take pictures. And all the pictures that he took of people sitting around tables eating at church, at home. And I come across one of my grandparents on my mother's side, Gaither and Della Huffman, a picture of us all sitting around the table eating. That's what it's all about.
Everybody, make sure you let the good folks at Harold's and the Igloo know that you appreciate them. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. That was great.
Thank you for spending time with us on Life in Wilkes. We value you as a viewer and appreciate when you share the show with your friends and family. Be sure to bookmark our channel and join us again on the next episode of Life in Wilkes.